Welcome to an afternoon live stream on custom screen printing. My name is Wayne. I'm the host of this channel. We're here to do a live stream for this afternoon. So today we are just going to have a fun time chatting on here, and we also may talk about business because this is what this channel is all about on weekdays. As you see my green screen behind me, it shows the shirts I've made over. These ain't all the shirts I made for the 21-year period. Now, if I did show them, it wouldn't be able to fit them all on the screen. Well, today we're just having the live stream today, and hopefully a lot of people will come in and join me and show everybody. We'll talk to one another and tell them what you're up to, and have a good time chatting. Um, I got a lot of things I'm thinking about in my mind these days, but you know, but right now it's just a thought in my head what I want to do. The next thing, you know all about the first thing, the bad baseball cap situation. And so that's my next step now. But every time I say that, something else comes up. But jobs are jobs, and they come in, Um, but it's just part of the business, and I always plan on things, what I plan on and what comes to mind, and it all comes. It happens when you have a business and a small business. Things come to your mind you like to do. The one thing I definitely want to do is the baseball caps this year, and I hope that I can do them soon and everything. So it'll be the next step to have to get into, and I'll have to buy a few caps to try them out. But I will. I will. So we will have a good chat today. We have three up there in the eye. Come on in, folks. I tell everybody's welcome. Only thing I don't like in channels is drama, no drama, and no bullying and no trolling. Hey, Jerry Diver. Okay, Jerry Diver. Let me put something else up here too. Um. Okay. That's how I wanted to put in. So anyway, um, That's good. Now I got that out. Now I put that in. Just want to put that down there, Joey. I had to put that in. So everybody, welcome to come on in to join the stream today. I just want to put that thing sign up there so everybody know this is a drama-free zone, drama-free for everyone to enjoy. That's why I am a YouTube channel, and drama draws, but not on my channel. It doesn't draw here. Hey, Kyle the Vlogs, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, bud. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Nothing. Just chatting, waiting for other people to come in. You know, nothing's going on. It's kind of quiet now. Work's done. Time to relax now and wait for some other job to come in. Now, if any YouTubers out there want shirts made, all you have to do is go to my. You can leave me your email. Oh, really? Huh? Really? Are you? Where you live over Florida, Kyle? Is that where you live? Wow. These numbers. Well, you better be careful, Kyle. Do not go out in that weather. Stay in the house and be safe, because you don't want to get hurt out there either. You know. Yeah. Yeah, and you don't want to go out there and get hurt either. So I recommend you to stay in the house there, bud, and be safe. YouTube ain't that important to get your life taken away from you there, Kyle. Be careful. Yeah. Oh, okay, but be careful, all right? Don't want you to get hurt there, Kyle. Just be careful. Be safe. Okay? So all I want you to do is be safe. I care about you, bud. I just care about you. I don't want you getting hurt. So I know. That's good. That's good you're doing that. It's good you're doing this. Be safe, that's all. It's good you're keeping people up to date, but I know. He's got a friend here that cares about you, bud. That's all. Just be safe. Do your updates, but be safe about it. Well, more people come in and join me today, and be come on in, everybody. Be join me in my live stream and enjoy it. Fall asleep. It's still 2 a.m. Oh, okay. I know you're a little nervous about the hurricane here, Kyle. I know you are. Who wouldn't be nervous? You know your hurricane's coming in the area. So where do you live exactly in Florida? You live near the water, or is your house right near the water, or outside the water, way away from it? You're not close to the area, are you? I don't want to know where you live exactly. I'm saying, are you near that area? Oh, all right. YouTube. Go. I know that's good that you did. Oh, I'm very aware. Everybody tells me about it. My sister's down in Florida too. There, my niece. So you know, so I everybody tells me on YouTube what's going on, but the news, I can watch the news on my computer. I'll keep track of it myself. Yeah. But anyway, Kyle, um, I'm glad you're here today. I'm gonna take some stuff out of my backpack here. So that's good that you're letting people know. That's good for your channel too. You're doing a good job by being safe too. That's the main thing. But you are doing good. So keep up the good work there, Kyle. You're doing all right. You're being safe in the meanwhile, too. So at least you know what you're doing. So what else you been doing there, Kyle? What else you been doing? Maybe more people come in. We're only early right now, so people will come in. It's kind of early, so I don't usually go on the afternoon live stream that much, but I figured to come on today because I had nothing to do. I was free, so I figured come on and be on here and talk to everybody, and hope everybody will be here to show up here. More people show up here on my stream today to be part of the live stream and have a good chat today. So we are here having the stream today on my YouTube channel, and sooner or later we'll have my minutes on this new Samsung S7 phone for my shorts, and be good. Yeah, well, everybody that comes on my channel, Kyle, tells me about the storm and they keep me up to date. I got another guy telling me about it, so I got two people telling me, you and someone else, what's going on. So I'm up. I'm very aware of it. I can do this too. Put the So we have to wait and see what happened. See who else comes in. Can't do that. Sorry. Stop freezing. So if anyone comes in today to join me on my live stream, and no one's coming in today. Where is everybody today? No one's even coming in the stream. Only one person. That was it. That's weird. Guess I'm not going to be on here much longer then. Um, I'm going to wait here for a little while. I'm going to wait on here for a while to see who comes in and everything. Just going to wait and see what's going on. That's all. Wait and see for that one. Who comes in. Gonna be on here for maybe an hour. So we'll be waiting. See who comes in. I'll be right back, folks. Phone's on right now. I'll go get something. Hey, good afternoon there, Mr. Whistle. That's good. Right back from it. That's good. You don't live down in Florida, do you, Mr. Whistle? There we go. One. Hey, Steven. I want to do that. No way. Burn the floor that way. No, that was on. Jesus. Want to come up, Steven? Wait, hold on. What's up, Steven?
What's going on?
Nothing much. What's happening today, man?
No, nothing much. Just I got to go out to the and fix this vinyl. This vinyl sign that's hanging on the dead limb because we got that the remnants of the hurricane coming in on tomorrow, and I need to fix that.
Where's that at? Where's that at?
It's just the utility building. The vinyl siding is coming off, and I need to fix that.
Outside?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably put some. I'm gonna probably put some. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It looks like it just went out undone. Um,
Hmm.
I'll try to see what I can do, or I might just take it down.
Got a nail gun or anything on hand, or a staple gun, or?
I got a staple gun. I might have to staple that son of a gun.
Yeah, I think you should do that.
Because we're getting the remnants of it tomorrow, but we're getting a lot of wind, and it's not gonna be bad. A lot of Florida got pounded hard. I mean, that's oh my God.
Hmm.
But everybody like went to the grocery store today. People was panicking and all this stuff.
Oh,
Right
yeah.
down the whole braid. I said, You think it's the damn end of the world?
They all do that. They get panicky. They all do.
They just told you, they on the. I mean, the weather people told you exactly what it said. It's not going to be like. It ain't like it's going to hit the North Carolina head on. This is
Uh,
going up through Georgia and South Carolina, and by the time they get up here, um, it's going to be over.
I know.
I mean, the winds 40 to 60 miles winds up here. It's almost like, not bad. I mean, you can feel the wind, but not bad. Now, if you were at the coast, it would be.
People panic all the time, even in this city here too.
Yeah.
They all panic.
I mean, I can get one loaf of bread and milk, and that will last me through that period of time.
Mm.
One day ain't going to kill you.
That dry, see if it's still it stays in there now. People panic like no tomorrow. Even around my city too, they do the same thing. Do the same thing. They all panic. They all go crazy and they panic like nuts, you know. I was working on something. Just sitting around today trying to keep busy and just try to work on different things. Sitting on here for an hour, getting off, then I'll be back and maybe selling for 2 hours. That's it. As far as it goes. And, Right. Stays in there. Nothing else going on today? Just doing nothing like me, right? Just sitting
Ain't
around
doing
doing nothing,
jack.
right?
I might go somewhere with my dad later.
Yeah.
Getting ready for the
Yeah.
trip.
Yeah. Are you gonna miss YouTube when you're gone?
I'll do some uploads and stuff. My videos of conference on YouTube.
You know, if I was going away somewhere, I wouldn't even go on YouTube at all. I just put it behind you and just do what you have to do. That's what some people do, they take a break from it and you're going to come back afterwards.
I don't think I'll do it. I mean, but I might not do it on the conference, but I might just do when we go out and about or something. Because Dad said that a lot of this, you choose who you want to listen to. You choose.
That's what me and Ryan Williams, the guru, does. When we get off of YouTube, we take a break from it and do what we have to do when we come back. Everybody does a different thing. You do a different thing. You want to put the videos on YouTube, go right ahead. It's your choice. But me, I do differently. We're all different in mind
Yeah.
because YouTube is not part of my life. It's just something I do on here is fun.
But I've already got the videos, like doing the replay videos set for every day, because I just replay the videos
Yeah.
and already got it. They put it on. They started. They set it up as private, but when in the day they released the private to public.
Yeah.
So that's what they do. They release. They'll hold it for private, and then they release it to the public.
Mhm.
So that's what they did. Because when you're doing a replay like that, they kind of hold it, and then when it's that day,
Right.
they release it.
So what's the conference about? Like, what is it about?
Um, One of them is how to build your church. How to build your church.
Okay.
Um, I know they're talking about. I don't know what I know one of them one about building your church. Um, Church leadership. I know they're talking about.
Okay.
Um,
So it's something important about the Lord then, right?
yeah, I think they're talking about also um, financial.
Okay.
Well, that's a good illustration there on financial. Um, Everybody needs that. I always
Yeah.
like to listen. I always like to listen to see what they're going to talk about, but we
All
might
right.
not do every one of them because we have that up here all the time up here. But Dad talks about financial all the time in his church. He says, "Don't spend what you don't need.
Right.
Just spend what you need to have, not what you want."
Mm-hmm.
But if you're giving 10% to God, 10% to God, and you want to give extra, that's you and God talking. It's between you and God about how much money you want to put in the church. If you're gonna help the church, you help the church. If you don't do it. My dad, my dad, um, he told one of his members in the church, and he was complaining about the money. He said it very point clear. He said, "If you don't want to give money to my church, I don't need you."
Hmm. They were
And
complaining about it.
yeah, he was going to be a trustee on the. He was going to be a trustee. He's complaining about the money, and that's if you're going to complain about the money, I'll remove you as the trustee.
Huh.
The trustee don't complain about the money; they try to get the money.
That's weird. I never heard anybody complain about the money of the church. That's kind of odd, ain't it?
Well, he left. He left the church after Dad said that. He left the church about a couple months. They replaced him with somebody else, and the guy that they replaced, he passed away last week.
Oh,
So Dad's got another guy that's taking his place. He's an older guy named Bobby, and he's going to take and do what he can.
how old was the other guy that was complaining? Younger?
Probably like in the 50s.
Huh? What was he
The guy
complaining
that
about?
died, the guy that died, he was only in the 60s. He's the guy that had it.
What the hell's that guy complaining about anyway? Your all
He's
money, your money belongs to God anyway. So what's the point?
Dad. Dad looks like this. My dad's is like my dad's just an old. He just a southern boy, country boy. That's all he is. My dad, he 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 says, you give out of your heart, but do what the Lord tells you to. If He wants you to give that, then you give it. Obey the
Yeah,
commands. If He tells you to give $100, you give $100. If God tells you
yeah,
to give 1,000, then you give 1,000. Let me tell you, there's people today that you go to your church, you don't never know what they're going to give. Who knows? I mean, I mean, my dad's been praying, he's been fasting, he's been doing a lot of things in his church in the last several years, and in the pandemic, they
mm,
raised over 20 grand. They paid off the building and everything.
that's good.
And
Ask you something. Who owns the churches anyway? Who really owns the buildings?
well, my dad owns the building now.
Who owned it before? A bank or something?
Yeah, the bank he borrowed money, but every month he would pay over thousands and thousands of dollars to the bank.
So the bank owns the church buildings until they own it, right?
No, he owns it now because he paid it
I
off.
don't mean that before he did own it.
Yeah, the bank owned it.
So all the banks own the churches until they pay them off, right?
Yeah,
That's all I wanted to know. That's all you answered
but
my question.
he my dad my dad always paid everything on time, and
Mm.
he cuts off the lights and everything. Of course, now since it's all paid for and everything, he's putting. I mean, he's like revamping the whole property. That means he's putting like plants and stuff around his
Yeah,
building and stuff. I mean, even if the bank owned it, you can still do that stuff. Um, because they want to have a church that's nice and clean and neat. Um, Matter of fact, there's a lot of good churches that has nice property, good clean, but where's the people?
yeah, no. I just wanted to know that. It's just curiosity because
But you see, like the home church that I went from, they got about 2,000 people, and they removed all the pews and put theater seats in there, like the movie theaters in. So they did that because of the pandemic. Okay, um, so they thought I'm gonna get everybody was getting rid of the pews and all this stuff. So um, and every time the problem with the pews was so it was hard to get around the pews when you clean and stuff, and if they'll find bubble gum everywhere and under the pews and stuff. So what they did was they took it out. One thing, there was one pew about to fall over, so they just took it out anyway. Um,
right.
so they just took everyone and just put in chairs because all your churches now, or most of all your churches now, is like chairs now. You walk in the church, there's the chairs.
So if they want to move out of the building, take the chairs with them, and that will be it, right?
Yeah, probably. My dad's got chairs, but he's got to get some new chairs because like I say, it wears out. The chairs will wear out. The
The shoes
fabric.
never do though. The shoes never wear out, but the chairs do.
Yeah,
So you have to replace the chairs all often.
But them pews, man, I can't stand sitting in a pew. Hurt my back. That's a couple times.
Hmm.
And some are like you get any kind of pew with any kind of color. Now, I mean, you can purple, whatever you want to, Oh God, but that's just the way the manufacturers are now.
Yeah.
Oh, we can stain your pew any kind of color you want. Purple, we can paint it purple. We can do everything you want. Oh my God.
I always went to church that had pews, though. When I went to a church, they always had pews, and I went. Didn't
I
have
remember
chairs.
I remember one day. I ain't gonna lie. This you can probably laugh at this. I remember when I went to um one church one time, and there was this big guy, real fat guy, and he come and he sat down on the pew and he leaned back, and when he leaned back, the whole pew went called pow, and it split right in two. And you got to see everybody started, everybody said, "Oh crap!" And
I got it wrong.
he was okay. And he says, "They fine." He got back up and he shook it off and everything. And the preacher says, he says, "Oh my heavens!" And and, uh, and so they so I don't forgot what I forgot what the guy's name was, but he so so after that incident, um, the guy still come from the church, but they ain't seen him for like a couple of weeks. So he come back. He come back to the church. People didn't ever recognize because he lost the weight. He lost about like 200 some pounds, and he was like skinny as a
He
rail.
was embarrassed when both of you.
But he never
He
come
was
back.
embarrassed when he broke
He,
it. He got to lose some weight.
but I remember that I said, "Oh my God!" My dad, me and my dad was like, and we were in Carlton, my floor cover guy. He said, "Shoot, I didn't know we had Jake the Fat Man up there." I said, "Jake the Fat Man just busted the darn chair up there. We had Fat Albert up there down there rocking the boat."
I know a fat pastor is very heavy, right?
Uh huh.
He can't preach with the Don. He stinks. He can't draw nobody in. He don't got no one in his church. He's boring.
Well, that's just like, I mean, I said, what in the world is these people doing, man? And so I said, oh man. But we had. I remember, I remember this old woman when there were old woman coming up in there, and Pastor Upchurch was preaching a message. He was talking about saying, if you ain't, and he said, I mean, my pastor up to, he was just, he'll say something right out of his mouth, and he's just funny, but he'll tell the truth. I mean, it's right come from the Bible, but he he said he was, I think he was talking about the demon possessed woman, and that old woman come out of the blue, out of nowhere. They didn't know where she come from, and was going to attack the pastor. She had a knife in her hand, and you had all the people, like all the deacons in the church, stood up and went to that woman to kind of trap her, and they said, "Woman, drop that knife." And she said, "If you come to me, we're going to say." And I said, "Oh my God, we got a demon in here." And they and Pastor said, "We got a demon in the house." It's that woman. And Pastor said, in the name of Jesus, demon, you must flee. When he said that, she dropped the knife and she went down like real strong. I mean, real just went down. They hold her down until whatever them people are like to help out people like that or whatever. And so they hold her down. She was like she was like listening. She was going to stab people, man. She was going to grab the knife and stab people. They hold her down, and finally uh, the sheriff department got up there and arrested her. And she was on drugs. She had meth in her pocketbook. She had, oh my God, they and that was the last time they ever had anything like that. It they she had a demon, um and she still probably got a demon still in her because she it was just like the power of God just knocked her right down. And when you mess with a pastor, you better watch out. Something's going to happen right
Means
there.
something happened. That means the fat guy had a demon in him too. He broke the pew.
Yeah.
Fell and sit down and broke that pew. How bad was the pew broken, Stephen? Bad?
Oh my God. It split right in the middle because he sat in the middle.
Right in the middle.
And then,
I would have laughed about all of it. I would have started laughing.
but man, the daggone, you talk about, I mean, we have, I mean, at my home church that I went to, we had crazy people coming in here. They had a man come in there one day, come in there, and he was going in the lady's pocketbook, stealing people's money, and they caught him red-handed. And they told him to put all that money back where you found it right now. And he said no. He says, "Well, you want the law to come?" He said no. He said, "Get the money, give the money to me." And one of the man over there, and it was like this. He said, "Sir, you giving that money, or we're gonna knock you down, and we're gonna put you where you don't need to be." And and he started shaking and dropped the money and ran. I said, "That's because he is a demon. Had the devil right in him." And
No, but so the guy that broke the pew lost all his weight.
lost his other weight when he came back in 2 weeks.
Man, he must have been embarrassed when he broke that pew, huh?
I don't know if that or unless he was trying to.
Wow, that enthused him that he broke a pew. So he said, "Oh man, I'm too fat. I gotta go
But
lose some
see,
weight."
that the pew that he sat in, it wasn't even screw in.
Yeah, but it broke anyway. So
Yeah, but it fall back almost. Uh, it landed when the pew fall went down. It landed on a couple of people. Um, but they weren't hurt or anything.
jeez. How you said it was funny. You said,
Well, I got. But I mean, I mean, a lot of people that is going nuts lately.
I never went into a church seeing someone. I wish I was in a church. Someone broke a pew. I would have laughed. I would have definitely laughed. I would have. I mean, I know it's
Well,
just
I I went into a black church one day, and a man was sitting on a pew. A lady come in and two children, and the pew fall backwards. I said, "Oh my God!" And they fall back, and the lady got hurt and hit her head on, and busted wide open and everything. Blood went everywhere. And, oh crap! They had to shut the church down because of that. They couldn't mess with safety. Safety first, Dad Lemon, and um and everybody was saying, "Oh my God, I gotta leave the church now." Leave, but I was still there helping the daggone the lady that got hurt. I had to go get a wheelchair, and finally the ambulance come in, and they said they don't need a wheelchair. She needs a stretcher. She's gonna take her to the stretcher. Poor God Almighty, that was embarrassing. But I mean, it was a small church, but still, I mean, and Larry says, I remember Pastor Sanders just shutting the church down that day, and it's like he didn't know what to do. Here you having a good praise and music, and all of a sudden that happens. He hadn't even got started yet. Everybody was hollering and screaming because a lady got hurt, a lady got hurt. They left. I was, oh my word. So but we came back that Wednesday, had Bible study, and that Wednesday. But then next Sunday, he didn't preach the message that he wanted to preach, but it was a good message that he did after that.
Yeah.
He didn't have the same people. He only had like 5 people that Sunday. It was his anniversary that Sunday too.
See how loyal people were in church, and they weren't even there.
They left because that lady got hurt. Oh my God. I was just like, why would you leave when the lady got hurt?
That doesn't make any sense.
You don't have. I told Pastor Sanders last time I went to his church. I said you don't need beggars in your church. You need people that's going to support your church. There's a difference between beggars and supporters.
Yeah.
If you're not there for the heart of God, then what are you there for?
Right.
My life was completely changed. When my life completely changed, and I said, I'm committed to help you. And then you telling me one thing and you tell me another. I started to very be concerned about your church. He downgraded me. When he starting to downgrade me, I said, goodbye, see you later, alligator. I don't need it. I don't need it. Don't ever downgrade me.
Question. If you go up to a minister, right, and you say to him that he needs to have a bus ministry, he laughs in your face. What kind of pastor is that, Stephen? Think about it. What do you think about that?
I call him a sarcastic pastor.
Yeah. And then one guy in the church said, they say these churches around here, these are the kind of churches they have around here. Oh, you can't serve the Lord because we're not letting you. What's that?
I don't know these kind of church. But it's just like the home church that I went to. You got to go through a course before you start doing anything. And
yeah, but listen to me though. Is that biblical? I don't think it is, really. Where does it say in the Bible that you have to, if you are going to a church to serve God, God will let you serve automatically without you making sure you do something before you do it? If you don't have many people in the church that are willing to do anything, and you have some people that come and want to do things and you chase them away, you're back to square one. See what I'm saying?
yeah, I know they got something about membership.
But another church I was at, the guy wouldn't let anybody that was in that church to serve, so they left. It's a funny thing, it's just funny thing how they have their.
I think a lot of churches makes their own rules.
I guess they do. Around here they do. And they're not biblical either.
They say
their own.
I remember. I remember when I was at my home church when I was they like when I got out of high school and I went back and I was trying to help out in the singles department and they were trying to find a teacher and this was the first words that came out of their mouth. I wasn't qualified. So that's right when my papa Batten died. I never went back to that church again. Now my grandma went back and I took her to the church and somebody took her home, but I said, nope, I'm not coming back. A lot of people were leaving the church anyway, going to other churches because they couldn't keep nobody. They went, and then about several years ago, Pastor Church died, and that's when Grant Stott took it over. Now, it reminds you of the old Midway now. because you might not have the ministry, but they got 2 vans that they go and pick up people. But only people that wants them to be picked up.
Mhm.
But it's crying shame. Bus minutes used to be fun because my grandfather used to drive the buses. Now we had a lot of fun with that. But the problem with the buses, they keep breaking down, and when they break down, the transmissions start leaking and everything else. And I remember when I was with my grandfather, and we were on that bus, and and um, he heard something thump, 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 thump. It was a flat tire. He said, "Oh man, what in the name of God we're going to do?" And there was nobody on the bus, but we were sitting stranded. And finally, he called. He said, of course, at that time, he didn't have no cell phones at that time, and he didn't have nothing on him. And he said, finally, a guy come up. One of the people saw the bus, and he pulled up, and he had a cell phone, and he called somebody from the church, and my uncle's daddy come down, and it took us forever to get that bus over there. They had to get a record to get her. It cost about $50 at that time just to get over.
They used to have buses in the church. Now they use vans now. They don't use buses.
Yeah, they don't have van anymore. But buses just kept breaking down. That's the reason why they just don't have it no more.
Mm.
They had tons of. I mean, they had their garage and they had the oil. But they got the oil out of there. Somebody drained it and they like cleaned out. They put cement over it. Now it's like flat where they can put it in the vehicle and it won't be, you know.
Yeah,
They just cleaned it. That
crazy.
just redone. They redone everything in that garage. They took everything they don't need, throwed it in the garbage.
Mm-hmm.
They had chairs, like metal chairs, almost brand new. They weren't even used. And they sold to the church that needed some chairs, and all that money went into the ministry of that church.
So you're gonna go to a conference. You're gonna get record some of it. I think
Yeah, I'm gonna record some of it,
that's good.
or I might just end up. Dad might end up just buying the the thing, like the people that doing the thing, their art, their stuff, and he'll just make.
Yeah,
Uh,
record
I'll
videos.
give me
Yeah.
one. I give one.
What do you mean the videos they record themselves and you buy them and you post them? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, he buy their series or their DVDs or whatever they got.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
If they're DVDs, I won't mind having the DVD because then I can watch it on TV.
Hmm.
Then there might be more understanding, you know, when you're by yourself and you're playing that really.
Yeah.
When you're there in the car with a bunch of people, it's hard to understand.
Yeah.
That's why I always say, Dad, if you ever get the DVDs, he says, no, when you go there, I'm going to order you one and me one, and you go home and done. That's why you need to have that in front of you so you know exactly what you need to do.
Right. Yeah.
And
That's understandable. And I'm going to stay on you a little bit. I want to just get off here, and tonight I'll be back. People
yeah.
don't. They used to be getting on the afternoon, but I'll see you later, Stephen. And have a good day, right? I'll see everybody tonight at
Uh,